Today we are moving on to actually starting to make prints using your block. Let's see how. Today I will be demonstrating how to make a really nice print using your block and also how to avoid misprinting. To make a successful print, you need to have your block ready to go. You need a sheet of paper. I would suggest to use the printer paper, copy paper, whatever you want to call it. This is just 8.5 by 11 computer paper. It's nice and thin. It's going to work well for this. And then you need a material to print with. Crayons work awesomely. Whatever colors you want. If you don't have a crayon, I'm about to show you guys how to do them with pencil as well. So I'm going to get my materials ready. Set my block down flat somewhere. And then my paper is going to go on top. The key to this is to keep the paper still so that it doesn't shift in the middle of your print. So I'm going to set it down. I'm going to hold my hand tight across one side, and then I'm going to print on the other side. I find that it works out really well if you take your crayon and you lay it on its side and push it away from your hand so that the paper doesn't wrinkle while you print. I have also seen people kind of color with the crayon, and you end up with a little more texture that way because you're going to see the lines from the crayon. Either one's fine. Print the way you want. Once you get one area all printed, it's looking really nice, then you're going to switch. Put your hand on top of the other side to keep it flat so that it doesn't move, so that you can start printing the other way. A misprint is when you're partway through printing and then your paper shifts. And what you'll notice is that you will see your image twice. That is what we call a misprint. Sometimes they end up looking kind of cool, but technically they are a print gone wrong. So make sure that as you're printing, you're holding one side down flat while you're printing with the other side. If you think you can turn the paper so that you can use whichever hand is more dominant for you, try that out. So there's a misprinted one. If you're going to print with pencil, you do the same thing. Set your paper on top, get your pencil, and I would hold your pencil kind of flat, not up and down, and basically just draw lines with your pencil. Back and forth. You can experiment with this. I like to make my lines all going the same direction because to me it feels less confusing that way. But if you would like to do some experimenting and try out printing with your pencil going in lots of different directions with your lines, then go for it. This project is all about experimenting. You're not just going to make one print. You're going to make multiple. Your first print that you make is a test print. A test print is something that I always do as I'm making my block, so that I can check my block to make sure that I like it and to see if I want to make any changes to it. And so if you finish your block, today's assignment is to go turn in a picture of your block. And once you're finished doing that, you should make a test print so that you can check it out and see what it looks like, and then make changes to your block if you need to. So there's a print with pencil. If you are struggling with this and your paper keeps moving and you keep misprinting like I did right here, something you could try is taping things down. If you tape your block down, that might help. So here I'm going to use a piece of tape here and a piece of tape over here. Try not to let the tape tear your block. Here's my paper. I'm going to tape my paper down as well. This is something else you can do, and this might help you out a lot if you've got some tape at home. I'm using blue painter's tape for my paper so that it won't tear the paper. And now, using your crayon or your pencil or whatever it is that you are using, you can print with it, but you will probably see the tape. See the tape there? All right. This is how to successfully make a print using your block. Best of luck. Experiment. See if you can get a good print. It is definitely likely that your first print will be kind of messed up. We are expecting that, and that's all right, because we'll figure it out as you keep practicing. Today's assignment in Schoology is to submit a picture of your block. Your block should be finished today. If it's not, then you should at least be close to finished. When you're finished making your block, make your first test print. The reason you want to do that is because you might actually really want to make some changes after you see your print and you see that maybe there's something about your block that you actually thought was going to look better than it does, and you'd like to change it. Maybe you want to go cut out some extra cardboard and cover up a certain part, or maybe something just printed weird and you want to make changes. So today, submit a picture of your block, make a test print so that you can see if you need to make changes to your block.